After some heavy rain, you discover a nest of vipers has slithered its way into your cellar. Scout their nest properly. You track the snakes to their source and see they are swarming over a creature they captured, feeding on it and gaining an unnatural vigor and malice. Hunter, set a trap to get rid of the vipers. Okay, that was potentially not an easy one. You exterminate the snakes, and within the nest you find a dying demon, a chmoo. The snakes were clearly feeding on it and gaining unnatural powers. Okay, well that's... it's not a very good demon, I'm going to be honest. Try to help it and get rid of the snakes. Apparently we did get rid of the snakes, and now it's ours. You discover an orc burial ground. The setup is simple and pragmatic. There are funeral pyres and signs of a feast. Some pyres of ornaments and even basic weaponry, but they are clearly ornamental rather than the good stuff. Have a closer look. You move in closer. One of the funeral pyres seems like it may be fresh, as dark smoke lingers still. Turmoil or magic. Your domain is strong here, and you feel a pull towards the dark smoke, yet you know it may be perilous. Open yourself up and try to sense what you're facing. Or a magic user. There's definite senses of magic here. Dark, chaotic, and settling magic. Prepare wards before moving closer. Yeah, we're going to prepare wards first. You sense a strong concentration of darkness and know that the smoke is not smoke at all. You can try to perform a magic ritual to banish the darkness from this place. Yes, try to banish the darkness. It cannot be left to run amok. You should easily manage this one. You pushed the dark force back and locked it away safely. The now cleansed funeral pyre glows with faint green light. For a second, you sense that whoever was laid to rest here has blessed you with this gift. Okay, we've got a shadow wand. Not a particularly good wand, I'll be honest. And some physical blessings. Okay. Well, I mean, gold is gold, so... Also got our new gathering tools, so let's go ahead and equip those. Also got a chmoo. Increased max health. Well, I mean, that's not terrible, I suppose. Casts magic missile at the darkness. Are you wearing your robe and wizard's hat, though? Right. Now then. If I go for this, then you've got a definite chance of getting a warrior. And I wouldn't mind a warrior, I'm going to be honest with you. So I am going to double down on that. It's not too bad, but I think we're going to go with focusing on the actual skill that you have for that one. Okay, we're going to be here for a little while longer. Make some food while we're here. Sure, we'll make some jam. Okay, we want someone else to help with this. You can. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit for us to finish our research, but we are going to end up pretty much maxing out our research on 2 items. There we are, got +2, loads of stuff done there actually. Alright, at this stage I can start branching out a little bit, or I can just really double down on Destiny. Even Wisdom might not be bad, because it affects luck, which increases the speed you gaining XP. I really hope you're going to enjoy it, Olipop. I love this game myself. Right, okay, so we've gone shields all maxed out. Don't need any more of that. But at this point, we could look at a new building. Could get a warehouse, which would increase the gathering attribute, which would be nice. Or I can go for a lumber mill, which will just give us wood. And honestly, yeah, we can just go with food and metal there. Bones, I mean, maybe. Warehouse. We could make an obsidian warehouse quite comfortably. I think we're going to go for the warehouse. And with that, we're probably going to build the thing. And with that, we would get an extra gathering slot, and everyone in the village would gain 4.6. But let's just have a look at what else we could get. Nothing for metal. There is something for bone. Okay. There is an obvious what. It doesn't seem to be really doing that much. Let's have a look at gem. Gem. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this one's a bit of a weird one, though, because increased movement points in a stationary location. Like, they can't do anything from here, though. So that was a bit of a weird one, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not like they can use those movement points to go anywhere. But it does look like a purely obsidian warehouse will do quite well. I guess it is in and around the village. I wonder if it's the distance that fights can be joined. The warehouse starts to move. That would be hilarious. One turn of movement while leaving the warehouse. I see. In that case, let's see how high we could get it to go. 2.5. That's actually not a bad head start. But yeah, if we could make this out of a truly amazing stone. Well, actually, it's capped. Again, it does have a limit. It can't be better than that, so it wouldn't really matter. Either way, it's a fairly good warehouse. It's going to give everyone extra 4.6. That's gathering skill, not the actual points that exist in gathering. So this will translate to much higher gathering abilities. Plus an extra slot for everyone is really nothing to sniff at. You're now a much better gatherer, so I'm going to have you go help elsewhere, but you can come along and help. There we go. And with that, you can help out on the obsidian. There we go. I think that's a better spread. Doing well. It's now autumn. Alright. We just got some beetle jelly. Maybe soon we'll be able to make our own rabbits. Who knows? Right, how long is left on the research? 1 turn. Okay, cool. Tea time soon. Actually, yeah. You know what? We're half an hour past. It's hard to pull myself away from this game, I'll be honest with you. But tell you what, we've got a point of research to spend. I wonder what we're going to spend it on. Because we could go for the trading post. Traders will sometimes visit the settlement. Also provides a metal bar or gem each turn. The other thing we can go for is the lumber mill. Or indeed the herbalist hut. I think the lumber mill is the one we can most likely do the best with. But it is now time for us to start considering the possibility that we are going to want to begin looking to the higher types of materials. Because we are starting to accrue coal. We're just starting to accrue coal. And once we go to another island, we'll be able to mine it as well and bring large amounts of it back. So we'll be then able to use that to radically upgrade stuff. So it may be worth keeping hold of that point as well. Though, honestly, I will say, I generally feel that it's better to upgrade your buildings before you start really hoarding points. But there's definitely a couple of other places that we can start spending them as well. Like we could make some better weapons, so on and so forth. But I'm going to leave all of those possibilities with you for now, because we're going to go on our tea break. And then when we return, I'll decide on what we're going to spend it on. Oh, look at that. It's a daytime tea break. You're going to have something pretty to look at. Not that night wasn't pretty in this game, it's just that it's quite dark and hard to see. But we're going to go on tea break for a couple of minutes. Time for you to refresh your drinks, maybe even get a snack. But most important of all, time to get up and stretch your legs a little bit. I shall be back shortly. Honk. Alright, Dragon's Rest is doing reasonably well. We're currently working on a warehouse of stone. And I do believe we have completed all of the research we needed over here. But our next question is, where do we go from this point? Now, there's no real reason to unlock any of the lowest grade materials. We've pretty much got an example of every material except for gems. Gems are the only things that we're not gathering at Dragon's Rest, but we are gathering a tier 2 wood type. In fact, there's 2 tier 2 wood types around Dragon's Rest. We are gathering a tier 3 stone at Dragon's Rest. We are gathering a tier 1 metal at Dragon's Rest. We are gathering a tier 2 leather at Dragon's Rest. And we are also gathering a tier 2 bone at Dragon's Rest. So the only things that we lack is literally gems. So there may be some benefit to unlocking those depending on if we end up camping somewhere at some point. But for the most... Actually, no. You know what? That's a lie. You know what? We're actually gathering everything. We've got malachite. Yeah, we've got malachite. So stone, gem, wood, leather. Are there no bones? I was sure we were getting bones from there. Okay, so it's bones that we lack. Oh, that's a shame. But okay. There's plenty of places that we can gather bones. That shouldn't be a problem for us, for the most part. We are gathering metal. Iron, specifically. It's not the best metal, sure, but it is a metal. So, yeah, there is one thing that we're not gathering, and that is bones. Sadly. But again, this is why that spot was just so good. There was no point in passing it up. Really no point at all. We might find a better site elsewhere, and if we do, we'll set up a second camp there. But for the time being then, I think we're gonna get... It's either gonna be the lumber mill or the herbalist hut, I think. No coal is no good. Well, I mean, I'm fine with having scouting parties to find that, and then just ferrying it back and then converting it at site. But I know that some people swear by just finding somewhere with like 1 or 2 resources but coal, because they can just keep upgrading that resource and just having the gathering parties gather every other type of resource and bring it back and further upgrade it. How do you build a port? You build a boat under the building section. But I think we're going to go with the lumber mill. Oh, thank you so much, She-Lab. But yeah, I think definitely going for a lumber mill. Punk. And soon we'll be able to grab the mine as well. So let's go and find out what we can do over here. This is how you build a boat, Alice. I don't think you get back the seed if you deconstruct. I can't say for certain on that one though, so don't quote me on it. We'll go with berries. Food has no essence, which is an interesting one. Okay. So that's 1 tier... sorry, 1 to 2 tier woods. Pop that in there. Doesn't change it in any way. So it's literally whatever you got the most of. We've got stupid amounts of food as well. That's the other thing. We've got... let me just quickly show you. We've got berries, grain, seaweed, and fish. Off those alone, we can make quite a few different types of food. Dragon's Rest is probably one of the best places I've found in the game to date to set up a camp. Just on the merit of how flexible it can be. But that's an okay lumber mill, I guess. Over there, 1 to 2. If we use metals, no real change. How about gems? Yep, no real change there. Okay, so composite materials. Yeah, it's only ever a tier 1 wood. Not really useful to us, strictly speaking. Add tier 1 wood to the village infantry. Let me just double check something. Is this considered tier 0? Yeah, it seems that lumber mill is pretty much just something you build for the fact that it will give you wood in a place that otherwise doesn't have wood. Because that would be really quite rough, because you need wood for cooking and you need wood to keep your campfires going so that the people can actually heal. But if that's the case, we're probably going to skip building it, because there's really no reason why I wouldn't just harvest the wood as is. I mean, it'll give me a little bit, like 1 to 5 each turn, but no, it's fine. I can gather dozens a turn if I want to. So, time to break camp and make our way over yonder to this quest. You find the tower where the crow's nest is bothering the scavengers. Hunter, track the crows. Nature or intellect? Use a mental prowess to figure out what to do. You mark the territory and harass the crows for a time, so that in the end, they move on from the tower. You got rid of the problem as you were asked, so the scavengers are grateful. Max sanity increased. Nice. Very nice, actually. It could free someone up from gathering wood, yes. And no, we didn't rip the advancement point, and I'll show you why. But the thing is, wood is such an easy thing to gather. I only need 100 gathering, and I'll produce 6 in the turn. Quite a lot of my gatherers are capable of double gathering from a wood source. So that means they'll gather 9 a turn, because it halves for over-gathering. So as a consequence, I could put these 2 down there, and I would get 18 wood a turn. There's no reason not to. That being said, I wonder if the lumber mill is affected by weather conditions. Since in the winter, gathering anything is halved. It might be useful. But the reason why we didn't waste the point is because no matter what, I want the mine behind it. A hole in the ground that provides a small amount of crafting materials each turn. Oh, that's a good call. We haven't renamed Tobias.
Alright, well, we'll rename Tobias at the end of this turn. I think we're going to go to the scavengers again and see if they've got any other jobs for us to do. How long until the next level? Not too long. Alright. Well, like I said, we need to rename Tobias then. So, let's find out who you're going to be. You want? Bunny Fiddler is just not as good as Fiddler. I'm sorry. It never will be. Oh god, Martin, really? Well, I mean, fine. You called it. Avacalypticon. Oh my god. Ooh. Thank you very much for that, Lady Sheila. Lady Sheila just had a peek. Apparently, the local sushi place is open today. And given that the Dabblings were so prodigiously generous, so fantastically kind, I think I shall treat Lady Sheila and myself to some sushi tonight. So it's basically the Dabblings are treating Lady Sheila and me to sushi tonight. Thank you very much, Dabblings. So kind. It's a really nice sushi place too. Right, okay, so Tobias has been renamed. So, time to pass the turn. Oh my goodness, Lady Sheila, I'm so sorry. Also, my mic just unhooked itself, so I just lost over 3 hours of recordings. Wow, I am so sorry. That actually makes me, like, genuinely sad that the pain you go through when you've done that. Like there have been times when I have literally just not recorded again for like 3 or 4 days over having lost a day's worth of recordings. It really hurts sometimes. Especially if you were really, like, it feels like it's never the times when I'm like, I could take it or leave it on that recording. I don't feel it was my best work. It's always the times when I'm so excited that I've done really well. I'm like, oh man, that felt so fun to do. I had such a good time with that game. And then it'll be one of those times that the recordings haven't taken. And it's soul-crushingly bad. I'm so sorry. Now I have to redo the game up to where I was from the start. Sorry, Caveat. That sucks. And maybe I shall treat us to sushi and ice cream tonight. The worst thing is there's literally nothing you can do when that's happened. There's nothing you or anyone else can do to fix it. You just have to keep on keeping on at that point, but man, it sucks so badly. Let's make some vegetarian dishes. Sure. And some fishy berries. Very glad to see the gathering, though. Gonna help in a massive way. Did you manage to figure out what happened with the microphone, though, Sheilab? Okay, people are now gathering with crazy speeds, which is amazing. Oh, Windows update. Oh my god, that's so annoying. When you said it unhooked itself, I thought maybe a connection, like the USB from your mixer wasn't quite in the socket. You know, you've just got a new computer, so... But... God, I hate the Windows updates. The way they mess with all the audio settings. It's so easy to miss. You'd think it wasn't, but it really is easy to miss. Let's see, how far out? You've got 8 more turns, and you've got 2 more turns. So in 2 turns, final side is going to level up, and hopefully we will have a Vola. I'm normally very aware of it, but I've done so many restarts with setting the new computer up. Yeah, no. Again, that's when it'll catch you. I'm so sorry, Cathead. See, that's one of the other ways that we're ending up with so many bones, is just we're getting bones from fighting animals all the time. Which god are we? Nyia. Yep. These are the starting traits that we've got, if you'd like to have a look. What to play while watching Aavak? Choices: Pathfinder, Kingmaker, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, or Football Manager. Depends on what you fancy, really, on that one. Though, if you're still here at the end of the stream, do remind me so that I can hop on to Starbase and get you invited into the corporation. Yeah, smarter every day is amazing. Or at least so far. I mean, it's the first time I played with it, so it's interesting to see how this is going. Thanks. I will try to remind you. Thanks for reminding me, Aavak. I'm going to pop on there right now. Okay. That wasn't what I was trying to do, but I hope you enjoy. I'm really enjoying it, Martin. Really enjoying it. Though I do need to pick up some more power cells so that I can... so that when I discover a ship that has tragically not been maintained as well as it should have, I can properly disassemble it and put all of those beams to good use. Shifty eyes. Oh, Spring Critter! There you go, your first 100k. Alright, now at the end of the chat, I've got 2 things to be reminded of. 1, invite Plumber Smack into the corporation on Starbase. 2, give out a gift sub to the community on behalf of Spring Critter, who has exchanged the opportunity to get 10 renames, so that a lucky Dapperling in chat will get a sub instead. Good night, Galactic Red Dragon. Have a good one, mate. Alright, let's get on our way. Shall we, may as well camp here for the second, grab a little bit of extra wood and fruit. Quite a lot of fruit, actually. Sure, well, you know what? You can drop out and you can pop in. And Dark Aavak and Malakin will be able to crank out an extra point of research every turn. Well, this one turn. I have experience in DMing. I don't have experience in DMing. I have experience in playing, though, and as a consequence, I have experienced many of the do's and don'ts of being a DM. But in terms of DMing my own games, I've got very limited experience in that. Not none in D&D specifically. I have DM'd some Nephilim, though. I have a particular fondness for... how best to put it? For games that kind of deal... and this is probably why I like Shadowrun so much. Games that aren't so so fantastical in that they're not set in the world that we recognize. I like games that take the world that we've got, so there's some familiarity, and change it. Shadowrun changes it by going forward in time and supposing the the very many things, orcs and goblins and goblinization and the Matrix and all that. Nephilim takes a much more, rather than future look, at like the real world, what ifs, takes a more of a what if look behind, and so it's far more focused on the occult as well, which is a particular passion of mine. And so it's a game of Nephilim can span decades or centuries in character, because the Nephilim are an interesting group, and whilst trying to dodge the secret societies and actually find their way to Agratha, their research might take some time. It might take a lot of time. Shadowrun TT RPG, yeah. Dark Aavak is a goblin sorcery, yes. Fun. I get to find out whether or not I will be carrying a birdcage on my back this evening. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, if any of you are big fans of tabletop RPGs, definitely check out Nephilim. It's a little bit of a harder... it's a little bit hard to find the rulebook these days, but it's fantastic. Fantastic gaming system. Based more on actual modern world, but with an extremely strong occult undercurrent. Right, okay, so... Mysticism, chance and mail. Your child was born with the mark of the mystical. This path is dark and dangerous. Wits and chance, life of banditry is an unorthodox path. But this world is harsh, and you need hardened folk. Intelligence, your child has learned it, perhaps they can become a healer. Chance, your child has always been different. Allow fate to guide their path. Gatherers, good crafter. Perception, your child is perceptive, they can become a hunter. Strength, your child is strong. They will follow the path of the one. Honestly, at this point, look at those stats. We could practically have anything, but mysticism is going to be. But donk. The young boy must follow the vole into the depths of the greywood and resist the temptation of power if they are to re-emerge as your kin. Begin the trials. The boy was not strong enough to become a vole, and their trials proved very bad, but they can serve as a gusla instead. Oh man, that is so frustrating. We've got a gusla. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Oh, well. Much sadness. Yeah, it's our second Gusla. And they have got a mental curse as well. Minus 1.2 wisdom. Max sanity and max health are down. But, you know, it's not awful. They've definitely got some potential there. Got decent wisdom and somewhat decent mysticism. Rejoice. Kind of. Sort of rejoicing. Well, let's go and get them set up then. On the plus side, we've now got a Gusla in the village as well. So, you know, there is a benefit to that. You can now wear this. Good, good, good. Can you wear that? No, not yet. But as for your abilities... Okay, let's have a look at your actual full abilities here. Okay, this is what you look like. Fair enough. Can I actually properly look at you? Easily, it seems. Alright, well, I'll have to do it in here then. Right, so final sight. In terms of your ability, you've got your wand. It can do, you know, okay damage, like 7 damage. But you do have... Also, Alakrams, thank you very much for the 25 months. Hello, Aavak. Loved the Starmancer video. Hoping that one continues. Always enjoy catching your streams. Have a wonderful day. Oh, thank you, mate. You too. So, dark knowledge. Good at research. Good at rituals. But you've got Shield of Dark Blood. Sacrifice your faith to protect your allies. Okay. Trigger int. Wow, it hits everyone. That's actually kind of cool. It's not a bad ability, to be fair. Do I have any mods installed? No. No mods. Alright, well, we're going to need to make you a tome, I think. In fact, let me have a quick look. Who here could do with a tome? Not you, definitely not. Okay, it is just you then. Right, okay, well, at this point, I could swap you over. Gives you a 5 on mysticism. Maybe that'll be enough. Right, but what we want to do is we want to make a nice big tome. As for the components, bone and... I don't really have the gems for it. I guess we could go with malachite. The malachite codex. Random blast, detached spirit, weakness, or drain vigor. On self-card play. Quick cover, fiery gaze. Summon and live in archers. Chain lightning is not a bad one with the 6 there. But trying to get enough points for that is going to be a tricky one. If we had that, we'd get a little bit closer, but it's still quite far out. Alternatively, Random Blast 4, Random Blast 3 there with Fireball and Inspire. But we don't have enough for it. Well, we could go with Elemental Weapon there. Archives. With an S. The Ruby Codex looked amazing. It does, to be fair. It looks really bloody good. Lizard Skin Codex, effectively. This is what Dark Aavak currently has. It's not a particularly useful codex for him because he doesn't really do anything with it. Well, so if we had something like that, it would be kind of bonkers, but... if we did that. Eternal Armor Grow. But yeah, I think ultimately, I think it's gems and bone we would want for a codex. Chain Lightning is pretty beefy. Hits up to 6 targets. It does look a little bit meh, the Diamond Codex, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah. In terms of the best codex we could make right now, though, probably be something along these lines. Random Blast 3 and Fireball, it's not amazing, but it would work. Losing 4 bones in order... 4 points in order to do this. Yeah, it drops it a little bit. What else we could do is perhaps... No, I really don't see much more that we could do with this, actually. I can make a Random Blast Ice Spike Codex, but it's not really that great. Yeah, it is a shame that I like 3 Dragon Bone there, because that would be amazing. Pump it up to 50. Still wouldn't be able to get legendary though, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. But it's not bad being able to hit 3 targets with your full mysticism damage, so in our case 14, or hitting a group for 1.5. Welcome, iawn, diolch. Beth am ti? Skill drain might be okay on Dark Aavak. Where was that one? Where was that one for Tina Decay? Gem essences. You mean Drain Vigor? Actually, yeah. That's actually a good point. Drain Vigor might be a decent one. Yeah. A weapon that gives him an innate ability that auto plays would be fantastic. Thank you very much, Next Manus, for the Prime sub. That's really kind of you. How high we can get that? Oh no, the moment we add that in. The moment we add that, it becomes wood and gem essence instead of gem and leather. Yep. Just gonna constantly lose out to that. Oh well. We can make this. Oops, sorry. Wrong one. Oh, wait. It's... Oh. So the Codex cares about the order. I had missed that. I had missed that. Still, we don't really have the materials to really do too much with that knowledge, but... But we will have a look at that, I guess. Well, actually, I suppose I might be able to do it with malachite. Well, malachite, it would have to be regular leather then. Oh, no, we would still be able to... Oh, more on that I'm making. We would still be able to make it, I think. 23 versus... 18, no. Leather needs to be dominant, so... the other way around. Did I have it the right way before? Yes, I did. So we can go ahead and make this. It's not going to be super powerful, but again, it doesn't need to be. He's using his innate. And in fact, I'm going to make 2 of these. Aavak will be on his way back here soon enough. Researching anything? I don't believe. We should be able to break camp right now. All right. Well, it's a bit of a sadness that our attempt failed, but we will find more children and we will have more chances to get a For days now, your idol has been acting oddly. Its usual glow of protective power is weak and it simply looks unwell. Search the village for clues. You discover rats in your cellars, and when you track them, you see that they have nested under your idol and chewed the divine roots, thus causing the odd power outage. It seems several have actually fried themselves while doing it. Clean up and kill any rats that are left. Okay. Silly rats chewing on wires they don't understand.